Y'all, I love Halloween and I love to browse the Halloween decor. I browse, I drool, I dream, but I just can't pull the trigger and justify the expense. So what do? I come home and I DIY. Hi, my name is Rebecca. Welcome to my channel. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you know when I've uploaded my next video. I have a lot of fall things for indoor, outdoor, and every kind of decor. Let me show you what I did. Come craft with me. I'm going to use some lavender and green deco mash from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to use one roll of each and cut it in about 7-inch sections and let it loosely roll up, make my little pile, and then I'm going to keep the rolls very loose and put them together in a bundle of 3, wrap a chenille stem around the middle, twist it off really, really tight, and put that into the center bar of a 12-inch wreath form that I purchased at the Dollar Tree. The look I'm going for is Cauldron bubbles and something that will actually be weather resistant. So it doesn't really matter how you put your bundles together, if you use 2 green or 1 lavender or 2 lavender and 1 green, or if you just want to use all of one color, that is fine too. Because I believe that my deco mesh came from the spring section instead of the Halloween section, but it's what I had on hand, that's what I'm working with. And when I got this idea, I was like, ooh, yeah, no, I don't want to run down the road to the Dollar Tree. I'm just going to use what I have. But I'm going to tie 12 bundles of 3 to the center ring of this 12-inch wreath form. I had a cauldron bucket that I'm pretty sure I have used in previous years to pass out candy with. Probably came from the Dollar Tree and or Walmart. But cauldron buckets at this time of year are pretty common. I'm going to use an ice pick and put little holes in each side of the bucket. I'm also going to work around the handle because I want to save that and make sure that it's nice and steady. But an ice pick, if you don't have an awl, an ice pick will work. I have an awl, but I'm here to tell you right now, I use that ice pick for a lot of my crafting projects. To me, it's just an essential part of my craft tools. I'm going to use florist wire and run that through the little holes that I have made. I'm going to leave the ends out quite a ways. So the pieces that I cut were maybe 8 inches long. And then I'm going to set my wreath form on top of my cauldron, make sure that the handle is in an upright position, and then twist that florist wire around the outside ring of the wreath form very, very tightly. What area of the country you live in and how high your wind is or how strong they are, what kind of weather you get during the fall season will determine how many holes you put in and how tightly you wrap your wire. I live in Missouri. Our weather is quite questionable year-round, so I put 1 in each side, and then I made sure that that little puppy was tight, tight, tight. I fluffed my deco mesh around and made sure that everything was covered quite nicely, kind of fluffed my bundles out and made it look like a bubbling cauldron. And then I had the first step of this project completed. It was already just turning out so very cute. I'm going to use 3 wooden plant stakes that I purchased at Dollar General. I usually buy about 10 of these to keep in my craft stash because I know I'm going to find a project that I'm going to need them for, and they are $1 a piece. You can use any color of acrylic paint that you wish. I chose black. And then I'm going to take a sponge brush and go over all 4 sides and the ends of this plant stake until I have a really good cover. I only put 1 coat of paint on the plant stakes, but how dark you want it to be, whether or not you want any of the wood to show through, if you want it to look fun or if you want it to look rustic, That is entirely your taste and up to you how many coats of paint that you apply. I took my project down to the floor and I'm going to line up the 3 points of the plant sticks. So I've turned them upside down. The part that would normally go into the ground, I'm going to put in an upright position. I'm using hot glue and putting a very liberal amount to each one of these plant stakes and make sure that they are standing in a tripod manner. At the very center, I put a lot of hot glue. I do not want this thing to fall apart, and then you can use whatever twine you have on hand, whatever size of twine. You can even use jute rope if you want. And I laid my twine inside the hot glue that I had applied at the top, making sure that I put some every now and then, and just started wrapping it over and under the 3 plant stakes that I had glued together. I put quite a bit of twine and wrapped it over and under several different ways and several different times because, like I said, we live in Missouri. The weather is very questionable. We can have blue skies and then in the afternoon come a storm. I brought my project up to the desk and I did not cut the end of my twine. I simply wrapped it around the cauldron and figured out where I wanted my cauldron to be inside the 3 legs. Once I figured how high I wanted my cauldron to hang, I put some hot glue at the very top. I'm out of frame. I apologize. I thought my camera was going to be at a higher angle, but it just was not, so I'm sorry. But I put a really good amount of hot glue and I did wrap it several times around the handle of the cauldron, so if we did get some wind, it would not get beat up. And then I put hot glue on all 3 sides of the stakes that were exposed and then just started wrapping it. I wrapped it several times. I put some hot glue here and there, and I did not wrap it prettily because it is a witch's cauldron. And I did want that little rustic aspect to it. So I just kind of messily wrapped it and then made sure that I had some hot glue. Also, the more twine that you put around the top of it will determine the stability of the 3 stakes, and you won't have a lot of wiggle room. It will be a little bit more stable. I cut my twine and then made sure that my ends were hot glued really nice and tight. This is so cute. I am absolutely loving this as part of my outdoor following decor. It is such a cute little piece and totally budget friendly. You can make this little witch's cauldron for around $10. It will be so welcoming to the little trick-or-treaters. I'm pairing it with a witch's wreath that I made about 3 years ago, totally with Dollar Tree products. And I'm going to upload a video next week and show you another piece that I have DIY'd to add to this outdoor display. I am a big proponent of working with what you have, taking old, making it new again, reinventing, reimagining, and shopping the clearance racks because I do everything on a budget. So don't forget to like this video. Thank you for those who have newly subscribed, and thank you so much for the ones who have been with me from the very start of this journey. So thank you so much for watching Crafts, Laughs, and Chaos, and I'll see you in the next one.